rats in the province and calls the increase from 2016 significant. The pest control company warning homeowners that rodents are very active this time of year and are telling homeowners to check any small holes or cracks in perimeter walls.
I don't know how to cook, and now I'm actually talking to a rat as if you... Oh, did you not?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep thinking all rats are ones that can cook. I'm Laura Carney.
6 City News Time 7:08. It's back to school for students today at a Mississauga high school shut down for 2 days because of a weekend explosion. The Peel District School Board saying T.L. Kennedy Secondary School near Ontario and Dundas is open today after 2 days of extensive cleaning and air quality tests. A fence safety barrier has been set up between the school and the plaza. Students and staff will have to enter the school via Cook Street since Ontario remains closed north of Dundas.
This is 6 City News. After a 17-year drought, a Bichon Frise is top dog. Lynn is the winner of the Westminster Kennel Club's 142nd show. The Bichon Frise, first the winner in the non-sporting group, then going on to win the best of the best of more than 2,000 dogs competing at Westminster this year. The judge says, "Get a winning smile," as owner says. This is a drop-the-mic moment. Lynn is going into retirement after this year. Daria Aldinger, ABC News, New York.
Coming up at 7:11, traffic and weather together on the ones, including eastbound Gardner, east of Kipling, and the express part of the right lane remains blocked with a stalled vehicle.
6 City News Time, 7:09. From Steel,
The Silver Source.
more local news where you live.
680 News.
Thanks for calling True Shield Insurance for small business. If you're a contractor who dumped gravel into an open convertible, press 1. If you're a chef who thought the tuna was still good, press 2. If you're a beekeeper whose hive attacked someone's man bun, causing severe... In small business, anything can happen. So True Shield protects you when it does. Protect your business today at trueshield.ca.
Richmond Street approaching Bathurst down to one lane because of construction. Westbound Carlton approaching Church, right lane blocked also with construction.
6 City News Time, 7:10. Hi, I'm Maureen Holloway. Don Valley North Lexus gives you everything you need to brave the road in safety. Dynamic radar cruise control, a lane departure alert, and a pre-collision system all come standard on your new Lexus, including the 2018 RX 350. Lease one from just $289 bi-weekly for 39 months at 2.9%. Includes a $1,000 delivery credit. Expect excellence at Don Valley North Lexus. At Don Valley North Lexus. Details at DonValleyNorthLexus.com.
The Home Depot's distribution center is looking for hardworking, positive individuals to join our growing team. Not only do associates at our Vaughan facility get guaranteed hours, competitive wages, and benefits, we also provide training for growth and future success. Come grow with us and become part of Canada's leading home improvement retailer. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Visit homedepot.ca/jobs to find out about our weekly job fairs and more.
6 City News Time, 7:11.
Traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by City of Toronto. Let's get airborne. Daryl Dahmer, Skymaster 1.
Westbound on the 401, west of Avenue Road and the Express, we still have problems on the shoulder. It's coming up on 3/4 of an hour, and it's causing quite a distraction. Everybody's slowing down to look. In fact, west on the 401 is busy out of Whitby, over west of the 412. Then delays west 401 Morningside to Brimley Express, Markham and the Collectors. Another west 401 delay approaching Brimley to Kennedy and the Collectors. And west on the 401, heavy going anywhere approaching Victoria Park Express, 404 Collectors, all the way over to west of Avenue Road, where we have express problems on the shoulder. From the 6 City Traffic Center, here's Jordan Kerr.
Southbound on the 427 is slow through the 407, then from Bloor in the Express to the Gardner and eastbound QEW, busy through third line, and then slow east of south down to Dixie. Eastbound on the Gardner, east of Kipling in the Express, we still have part of the right lane blocked with a stalled vehicle, just causing a minor bunch up now, and then delays eastbound on the Gardner from Park Lawn through to east of Dufferin. On the southbound 410, delays from Sandalwood to Queen, and on the eastbound 403, delays east of the QEW to Dundas, and then from Winston Churchill to east of Erin Mills. Visit King Street. You can get to your favorite King Street destination easily by car, taxi, or the TTC. So head down for dinner, drinks, or a show. With the forecast, meteorologist Jill Taylor.
So after the morning cloud, we're in for a really nice day today. Plenty of sunshine, mild, the guaranteed high, 4 degrees, 2 for the low. We'll get into some
fog or drizzle overnight and for early tomorrow, but continuing mild up to 7 degrees tomorrow. We'll have a few showers in the morning, and then the light rain returns Thursday night, and then clearing and colder again for Friday. Right now it feels like -7. We've got the wind picking up out of the southwest. It's clear at Pearson, -2 there, 0 at 680 News. The guaranteed high today, 4. 680 News time, 7:13.
Now the TD Market Minute.
Live to the business center, here is Mike Eppel.
Yeah, so Janet, good morning. We've got a triple-digit advance for Dow futures this morning, up 120. The S&P futures higher by 12 points, or about 0.4%. That is pointing to a continuation of the uptrend we've seen now for 3 days on the U.S. markets. Dating back to Friday last week, the Dow's been up on a nice little winning streak here after all of the volatility. And in fact, yesterday was more of a, dare we say, normal type of trading day on the U.S. market, specifically with a gain of 39 points. Far cry from the 100-point-plus swings that we have been getting more accustomed to. The Dow futures, though, up triple digits right now. TSX down 25 points Tuesday. The overseas markets are generally to the upside by, on average, about 0.5% through the Eurozone. The price for oil is down 39 cents, 58.80. We've got the price for gold up $2 at 13.32. Earnings in from Canopy Growth, earnings per share at a penny per share. An operating loss, however, for the biggest player in the medical cannabis sector. The Canadian dollar is 79.50, and that's up by 0.1 cent. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Eppel.
Get up to $1,000 toward becoming retire-ready with TD Wealth Financial Planning, a division of TD Waterhouse Canada, Inc. Conditions apply. Offer ends March 1st, 2018. TD.com/financial planning. Still ahead on 680 News.
Tap into your inner romantic. It's Valentine's Day, and there are plenty of parties around the city.
680 News time, 7:14.
If life were like the new hit or miss lottery game, you would cheer when your favorite player struck out. Would you thrill to bowl badly?
Yes, Gutterball!
And you missed the right notes every time you were jamming. Because in the new hit or miss lottery game, missing can be a good thing.
Win $250,000 by matching all or none of your numbers. Buy the new hit or miss lottery game in-store today. Download the OLP lottery app to watch the draws.
With WestJet's low fares and non-stop flights from Canada, London is getting a lot more Canadian.
That'll be £2.
Really? Here's a toonie.
Excuse me?
I could give you 2 loonies if you prefer.
Well, that's not very nice.
No, not loonies. Loonies. Here's 1 loony and 2 loonies. That should do it.
Whatever you say.
All right, cheerio.
Think he might be loony.
Check out our low fares and non-stop flights from Toronto to London Gatwick at WestJet.com or call your travel agent. This is All News Radio, 680 News.
0 and overcast. Good morning from the 680 News Broadcast Center in downtown Toronto. I'm Paul Cook.
I'm Slatana Simmons. Here are the top stories right now.
No medals so far for Canada on day 5 of the Winter Olympics after that triple medal day 4. Accused serial killer Bruce McArthur due to appear in court today via video link. And Valentines Day warm-up high of 4 today, 7 tomorrow.
Time for 680 Sports.
On Sportsnet 590 The Fan, Peter Gross.
Well, a 6th straight win for the Raptors, 115-112 over the Miami Heat. But this one, according to DeMar DeRozan, is not one we're putting in the family scrapbook.
It was terrible. It was a terrible win. We can't close out games like that.
DeRozan's referring to the fourth quarter in which the Heat outscored the Raptors 31-17. This after DeRozan poured in 19 in the third quarter alone. He ended up with 27. Kyle Lowry had 22. Serge Ibaka 14 points and 10 rebounds. Raptors now a full game the best in the East for first place. 1 game ahead of the Celtics. Tonight is the Raptors' last game before the All-Star break. They'll hoop it up in Chicago. Maple Leafs have won 4 in a row, 8 of the last 10. They're 4-0 on this homestand, which ends against the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. You can watch it on Sportsnet. You can hear it on Sportsnet 590, The Fan, starting at 7 o'clock. The Ottawa Senators lost to the Penguins 6-3, but the bigger story from this game was a trade in the middle of the second period. Defenseman Dion Phaneuf sent to L.A., and Phaneuf gets to stay in Pittsburgh because the Penguins host the Kings tomorrow night. In Pyeongchang, status quo for Canada. No medals secured overnight. Figure skaters Megan Duhamel and Eric Radford are third after the short skate. Canada's rink skipped by Kevin Cooey out-pebbled Italy 5-3 in the first curling match for both nations. Right now, Canada's in the second match and leading Great Britain
4-1 in the fifth inning. Later tonight, Canada skates against the United States in women's hockey. And the Mississauga Steelheads will play the Kitchener Rangers at 10:30 this morning at the Hershey Center. There'll be a lot of school kids there. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca/590.
680 News Time, 7:17.
So tell me something.
Something.
I heard this ad for XE.com/radio.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
What is this XE.com/radio?
It's where you go to transfer money around the world. You get better service, better rates than a bank. With a bank, you don't know that you're paying a huge margin. It's like a restaurant where they don't tell you about the cover charge.
Well, that's not nice.
Not nice.
Not nice. So XE.com/radio.
XE.com/radio.
Nice.
Nice.
Hi, Grandma. What you knitting?
Well, I want you to be safe and warm this winter, so I'm knitting you a Subaru.
Aww.
I've already finished the symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive, and I'm about to do the heated rear seats.
But, Grandma, I already have a real Subaru.
Oh. Well. As long as you're happy, dear.
This winter, cozy up to lease rates starting at 0.5% at your local Ontario Subaru dealer. Subaru, confidence in motion.
680 News Time, 7:18. Terrifying moments midair when part of a passenger jet fell off while flying over the ocean.
The United Airlines flight bound for Hawaii was over the Pacific when suddenly passengers heard a loud bang.
It almost felt like an explosion and a huge jolt.
Anyone who looked out the window saw a terrifying sight. The cover had blown off one of the plane's engines. This passenger said she thought she was going to die.
It was horrible. Even the flight attendants were really professional, but they were scared.
The plane made a safe emergency landing in Honolulu. The FAA is investigating what went wrong. Brian Clark, ABC News.
This is 680 News. New fallout over the domestic abuse scandal involving one of Donald Trump's former top aides.
The White House first said the FBI was still conducting a background check when reports surfaced that President Trump's staff secretary, Rob Porter, allegedly abused two ex-wives. But in a stunning twist, the president's own FBI director, Christopher Wray, says the Bureau actually gave the White House reports on Porter 4 times starting nearly a year ago. In response, Press Secretary Sarah Sanders blamed her personnel office in the White House. She says had not yet made a recommendation on Porter. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Coming up in 60 seconds, traffic and weather together on the ones, including the long-range forecast. 680 News Time, 7:20.
Your Nissan dealer presents Rogue Mania. Just take the capable Rogue for a test drive and you'll receive a $50 gas card. Lease a Rogue from the equivalent of just $59 a week. Or get no charge intelligent all-wheel drive on other select models. Don't miss Rogue Mania and get a $50 gas card. See your Nissan dealer for details. But hurry, offer ends February 28th. $258 a month for 39 months at 1.99% APR with $24.95 down.
Have you ever worked at a place where they didn't want you talking about your salary? Actually, have you ever worked anywhere where they did? Unlikely. But don't you have a right to know? If only there were a simple solution. Well, now there is.
How we find jobs has changed. On Indeed.com, our company reviews give you the inside track on thousands of companies. You can research salaries, benefits, company cultures, and more. All on Indeed.com. Search for greatness. Search Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Indeed is the world's #1 job site according to ComScore Total Visits. 680 News Time, 7:21. Traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by Carlton Cars. Up we go to Skymaster 1. Where are you flying, Darryl?
On the 401 Paul and eastbound on the 401 Milton. Busy Highway 25 to east of James Snow. Another East 401 delay through Trafalgar Road. Then slow down East 401 approaching Mississauga Road to east of Mavis. Eastbound 401 busy to the South 427 ramp. And then slow down East 401 427 to Western Road Express. Islington to east of 400 in the collectors. Southbound of the 400 delays from the Oak Ridge. That's the 16th down to south of the King Road. Southbound of the 44 Down Valley. Building to Viewlawn. And then busy approaching Elgin Mills to south of Major McKenzie from the 680.
QEW is busy through Burloak and 3rd Line, and then eastbound on the QEW slows east of south down to Dixie. Eastbound on the Gardner Expressway, a bit of a bunch up through Kipling in the Express. We saw part of the right lane blocked with a stalled vehicle. There are tow trucks on scene now, and then delays eastbound on the Gardner from Islington in the Express through to east of Duffer, and westbound on the Gardner, that's filled in fast. Backed up from approaching Jarvis all the way through to west of Jameson, and then from the Humber Bridge through to Royal York. Another delay as you head onto the 427 ramp. Eastbound on the 403, slow off the QEW to Dundas, and from approaching Winston Churchill to east of Erin Mills. A bit of a bunch up through here, Ontario as well. Carlton Cards is the right words for the right moment because moments matter. Send Valentine love and save $2 with a coupon at carltoncards.ca. Available at Loblaws, Fortino's, Metro, and Shoppers Drug Mart. With the forecast, meteorologist Jill Taylor.
Well, still some cloud this morning, but overall lots of sunshine for us today. A very nice day. Our guaranteed high, 4 degrees. The wind will pick up out of the southwest, too, for the low. We'll get into some fog or drizzle overnight, and for early Thursday, some showers tomorrow morning as well, but continuing mild up to 7 degrees tomorrow, and then light rain for Thursday evening. Friday, windy, some clearing, turning colder, the high 0, drop to minus 12 for the overnight low, so a cold start to the family day-long weekend, but at this point, sun and cloud for Saturday and Sunday. It'll get milder again, 3 degrees on Sunday, and then showers or flurries for Monday. Right now it feels like minus 7 with the wind out of the southwest. We've got clouds, a minus 2 at Pearson 0 at 680 News, the guaranteed high, plus 4. And because Jill made the weather guarantee yesterday, our jackpot today's at $17,200.
Coming up at 7:30, the latest from Day 5 of the Winter Olympics.
680 News Time, 7:23.
The Mercedes-Benz Durham Auto Show sales event is on now. Until February 28th, enjoy a 1% auto show rate reduction and receive 3 monthly payments waived. Take advantage of finance rates as low as 0.9% on select 2018 new car models. There has never been a better time to get into a Mercedes-Benz at Mercedes-Benz Durham, located just 20 minutes east of the DVP. Mercedes-Benz Durham, 2018 Star Dealer. Part of the Zankin Auto Group.
This is the 680 News event calendar.
The Spring Fishing and Boat Show returns to the International Center this family day-long weekend. Find hundreds of exhibitors devoted to fishing, boating, camping, and more. Get your tickets online today. And see the latest in outdoor gear and adventure travel destinations at the Outdoor Adventure Show, presented by G Adventures, running February 23rd to the 25th at the International Center.
Check out the 680 News event calendar for more at 680news.com.
This portion of 680 News brought to you by Meridian. Well, for a lot of guys, flowers and chocolate are on the to-do list. Yes, it is Valentine's Day today, and there are plenty of ways to celebrate in the city. Our Jeff Verhoeven admits to being an expert at first dates, but not necessarily second ones. Yet we've still invited him to share some of his romantic ideas. Jeff.
Yeah, well, if I'm an expert at anything, it's not romance. So I looked online for what's happening today for Valentine's Day.
Nobody makes a big deal out of Valentine's Day.
Well, there's a romance film festival happening at the Carlton Cinemas. Lee's Palace is throwing a 2000s-inspired prom party. The rec room across from Rogers Center is allowing people to share their Tinder stories. And Barry's Boot Camp is holding a Love at First Sprint session.
I mean, I know that we said no big gifts, but I was kind of hoping you'd get me something for Valentine's Day.
And if you are bitter, there's an anti-Valentine's Day party at the Nookie. Jeff Verhoeven, 680 News.
How much Canadians are spending on Valentine's Day? Business in 60 seconds.
680 News Time, 7:25.
New mortgage rules? At Meridian, it's more like mortgages that rule. As of January 1st, the rules have changed at other financial institutions, making home ownership more difficult. But those rules don't apply to us. At Meridian, we do mortgages differently. Get 3.39 on a 5-year fix. When your new home isn't held back by their new rules, that's wealth esteem. 3.39% APR assumes the typical example of a new mortgage with no cost of borrowing other than interest. Visit meridianmortgages.ca to apply.
Do you have a security alarm system? Are you paying too much? I'll bet you are. Switch your current alarm system to the Monitoring Center and start saving today. With rates as low as only $9.99 per month and a 6-month free sign-up bonus. No long-term contract, and switching is easy.
1-866-24-7 or $9.99. 1-866-24-7 or $9.99.
Visit themonitoringcenter.com for details. 726.
Now, the business report with Mike Eppel, brought to you by IA Clarington Investments. Mike.
Paul, even though many Canadians call Valentine's Day a, quote, commercial holiday, it is big business for the retail sector of the economy, with Canadians spending big bucks on gifts today, even more so, obviously, in the United States on a per-person basis. Spending on Valentine's Day works out to about $164. According to retailmenot.ca, men spend more than women on Valentine's Day. The top gifts include jewelry, flowers, chocolates, and candy. Among other things, in the United States, the National Retail Federation says that $19 billion will be spent on Valentine's Day this year. About $2 billion of that on flowers, $4.3 billion on jewelry, and about $1 billion on greeting cards for Hallmark and American greetings. The other big trends on Valentine's Day, shipping of flowers. UPS will likely deliver upwards of 88 million flowers today. We're looking at some love for the markets this morning with the stock futures way up in the early trade by 120 points on the Dow Futures Index, and that signals maybe a 4-day winning streak on Wall Street. Now it'll come down to perhaps some economic signals this morning because maybe this is hyperbole, but they're calling today's inflation report from the United States the most important inflation data that we have seen in several years when it comes to U.S. monetary policy. If the cost of living is up substantially, that'll be a signal for the U.S. Federal Reserve to be more aggressive on interest rates this year. Tightening of monetary policy, which could be a negative for stocks. Those numbers will be in along with retail sales results for January out of the States at 8:30. We have the price for oil sliding. The weekly inventories report due from the Department of Energy at 10:30 this morning. Oil below $59 a barrel. Canadian dollar comes in at 79.5 cents U.S. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Uppel.
This we know. Price is officially price of entry. If you don't have a competitive price, you're not competitive. But what about what you get for what you pay? Not just the vehicle itself, but everything else that comes along with it. The level of care, attention to detail, the experience and qualifications of your service team. Before you buy another car, consider buying something more. Take a moment to appreciate all that you're getting for your hard-earned money, and we think you'll agree. They may try to match our price, but they will never match our value. The Humberview Group. 20 stores, 17 brands, 5,000 vehicles, one promise. Serving our customers better each and every day. Dodge Caravan is Canada's best-selling minivan for over 33 years, and we've got over 100 of them. The place to buy this award-winning family mover is Cooksville Dodge, 290 Dundas Street East, just south of Square One in Mississauga.
It's time for the 680 News Vacation Travelers Forecast. RedTag.ca exclusive price drop assurance on now. If the price of your vacation drops, you'll get cash back. Plan your perfect trip today at RedTag.ca.
Las Vegas today, partly cloudy, 17 degrees the high. Miami, partly cloudy, 29. Honolulu, rain at 27. It's 0 and overcast in downtown Toronto, 680 News Time, 7:30.
Number one for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Here are Paul Coach and Catherine Zatang. Good morning. This is Wednesday, the 14th of February. And for Catherine Zatang, I'm Jana Simoncic.
Here's what's making news right now.
Curling back in the spotlight in South Korea with Canada's men's and women's rinks beginning the Olympic quest for gold.
Accused serial killer Bruce MacArthur appears in court today as police dig up the sewage pipe outside the Leaside home where he stored some landscaping equipment.
The TTC is out with a new report into the causes behind the disaster commute on Line 1 2 weeks ago. There were 16 separate problems that morning. This year, for the first time in more than 60 years, Valentine's Day falls on the same day as Ash Wednesday. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News. We'll tell you more coming up.
The Raptors held on to defeat the Heat, running the winning streak to 6. Maple Leafs put a 4-game win streak on ice against the Blue Jackets. And what is Canada doing in Pyeongchang? Sports at 45.
Markets are doing something. They're moving higher. The Dow Futures up 140 points this morning. Earnings in from Tech Resources and Canopy Growth. The dollar opens at 79.5 cents. Business at 56.
City News Time, 7:31.
Traffic and weather together on the one, brought to you by GTA Home and Reno Show. Airborne and Skymaster 1, Daryl Belmer.
Westbound of the 401 coming out of Whitby, you'll find delays approaching Brock Street to west of the 412, and finally, West 401 Avenue Road Express problems are under there, but we're left with delays on the 401 westbound from approaching Nielsen Express all the way through to Young, and the West 401 is busy approaching Nielsen to Kennedy, and the collectors, another West 401 delay, 404 to Avenue Road, and the collectors. I'm flying over the 400 southbound You're going to find it busy from the Oak Ridge. That's the 16th down to south of the King Road. Starting to build. Teston down to Rutherford Road and South 400. Bottom of it down to the 401 ramp. So far, not bad for the 680 Traffic Center Jordan curve.
Well, eastbound on the Gardner, east of Kipling in the Express, we now have the right lane completely blocked because of the stalled vehicle. Police on scene. There's a tow truck trying to get this out of there. Eastbound on the QEW is busy from Burloak to 3rd line, then slow from south down to Dixie. East on the Gardner, delays east of Kipling, well, through Kipling in the Express to east of it, where it's a stalled vehicle, and then eastbound on the Gardner, slow from Islington in the Express to east of Dufferin. Southbound 427 delays from Highway 7 to the 407, from Dundas in the Express to the Gardner ramp, and southbound on the 410, slow from south of Mayfield to Queen. Northbound 427 slowing, Dundas to Burnthorpe in the Express. Bathroom reno, kitchen reno, of course you can. The GTA Home and Reno Show, presented by RE/MAX, returns February 16th to 19th at the International Center in Mississauga. Visit GTAHomeandRenoShow.com. With the forecast, meteorologist Jill Taylor.
The milder air on the way. We're clearing a southwest wind, the guaranteed high 4 degrees. 2 for the low. We'll have some fog or drizzle overnight and for early tomorrow, but very mild tomorrow up to +7. Right now it feels like -7 with the wind out of the southwest. It's clear. -2 at Pearson. Still a